Good evening, this is Timurid Human, and welcome to this time lapse of Rome Total War, where today we were playing on completely vanilla version, which is unusual. We normally do all sorts of weird modded attempts, but today we did play vanilla, and strangely we saw the Romans really struggle. We do have the Marian reforms on, but at this stage, no, this is just where the Juliis have died, and the Brutii would push back into northern Italy and just about secure it. Yes, it's not looking all good for them at this point. Like the Parthia here in the east did all right for a while. They would eventually die. But yes, Germania, who just defeated the Juliis, are looking pretty strong here. And the likes of Macedonia and Pontus also looking quite strong on this game. Shout out to the Scipii, who are the only Romans to really break out to any significant extent. Although, realistically, the Romans have been very disappointing here, haven't they? Little shout out though to Carthage. You can see they're sitting in the south of Spain right now, and this is what, 201 BC. But by around 14 AD, around the time the game ends, Carthage were, well, they'd taken all of Spain and they'd stormed across the Alps. It all sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Sadly, the game got a bit unstable at that point, and that was pretty much where we had to end it. But I'm fairly confident that the Brutii would have continued to hold out. The Romans are really hard to crack here in Italy. It's all very tight. You've got lots of factions allied to each other, all very close. Actually taking over Rome, quite unusual. Even if the Romans not breaking out of Italy isn't that unusual on this. But there we go. Well, Pontus probably being the biggest of the factions at any one point, but I'm not sure we can give any one particular victory. Germania, Macedonia, Pontus can all have a fair nod. What do we need to do though going forward? Well, the next time lapse, I'd like to do something to get the likes of Seleucids and Armenia to actually achieve something, because both of those, the first and the third of the factions to go. Obviously Thrace, Dacia, Numidia just all get squeezed out, fail to do very much. Thrace sometimes achieve something, but it is awfully rare. Maybe the likes of Armenia and Seleucids though, maybe we could do something to utilise their strong later builds. They do have some good units like the Cataphracts if we can get them access. So give your suggestions below of different ways we can set up this time lapse in future. But I thought it'd be nice to go back to a little vanilla playthrough. But for now, I will leave you. I am Thomas, this is Timurid Human, and this has been a vanilla time lapse of Rome Total War. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Go, my pappies, go! Hunt down the German dogs.
My chariots are complete lunatics. Stop charging into the spears.
Stop charging into the spears! Why do these guys not break? Everyone else has fled. Go home! Go home!
What is happening?
The chariots.